Oh, it is Brave Bird. Does that KO? Annihilape has been one of the strongest mons in Gen 9, and with the ranked ladder finally out, there has been a lot of rank 1 teams out there, and one of the Pokemon that has done really well for itself has been Annihilape, really dominating, and I've used this team to get into Master Ball tier with a really strong record. I think I only had 2 losses when I've used the team in general. Granted, I did use some other teams as well, but this one has been one of the strongest that I have used, and Annihilape goes absolutely insane. So hopefully it can be showcased in today's episode on why it's so powerful. This team focuses on Bulk Up Annihilape and Swords Dance Garchomp with screen support from Grimmsnarl and Tailwind support from Corviknight. Taunt and Haze on Corviknight and Gengar help to prevent a large amount of opposing setup in the format, with Rotom Wash completing out the team. This team can consistently boost Annihilape's Rage Fist move, which increases in power every time Annihilape is hit by an attack. With screen support and Tailwind speed control, it really allows Annihilape to sweep opposing teams. The team is created by a player known as Kiwamu Endo, who got 9th place at the 2018 World Championship, who also streamed his run in a speed run race to rank 1, where he won 24 straight games in the Master Ball tier. So if you want to check out his stuff, his run, and the team details, they'll be linked down below in the description. Gyarados, Armarouge, Murkrow, Meowscarda, Garchomp, Goldengo. Okay, now I don't remember if I played this team. I feel it seems familiar to me, but one of the big threats to my team was Armarouge, but thankfully no Indeedee. That's what made it really difficult. It's, I think, extremely hard for this team to actually break through Indeedee Armarouge, but no Indeedee makes this a lot easier. I think I really like the Corviknight angle. Seems pretty good because it's really hard for my opponent to actually damage Corviknight, other than maybe like Shadow Ball from the Golden Gold doing some decent damage, as well as the Armarouge mainly. So Corviknight seems really solid here. I don't know what I want to lead with it. I think that I could go with Rotom here. The reason I'd go Rotom is just because I don't think they're leading Meowscarda against my team. I have a lot of Pokemon that Meowscarda hates, so if they want to bring it, I think it would be more of an endgame Pokemon. So I think I'm going to go with Rotom Wash plus Corviknight. We could see Golden Go, for instance, to maybe like try to pressure the Grimm. They don't have great Grimm answers, but I don't think Grimm is that great against their team in general with 2 Dark types plus the Golden Go. I really like the Annihilape here. And last Pokemon, I'm going to go with my Gengar because I think it's a safe option. The Garchomp is tempting, but I feel like Gengar is a pretty good late game cleaner. The only problem is with Brain to Gengar, I am sacrificing not having Protect. Since my Gengar doesn't run Protect, Garchomp did, and Garchomp having the way to stall out opposing Tailwind would be really nice here. However, we'll just see how this goes. We're gonna see the Meowscarda lead with Garchomp. Okay, so not great for my Rotom, but pretty good for my Corviknight. Pretty good for my Corviknight. I can get a Tailwind up pretty safely with the Corviknight. The question is, what do I want to do with the Rotom right here? I could go for the Tera immediately, but I feel that's not worth it at all. Oh, I don't remember Meowscarda gets taunt, but I haven't seen a taunt Meowscarda yet, so I'm just gonna go with a safe Protect plus Tailwind play. This only gets really punished if they have taunt or if they flinch me with like a Rock Slide or something. Let's find out. It is gonna be a knockoff gonna come out from the Meowscarda. Gonna get the Protein here and does target the Corviknight. That does so much damage. That was way more than I expected. Okay, they knock off my Rocky Helmet and... Wait, do you not take damage if you knock off the Rocky Helmet anymore? I thought you did previously. Okay, Rock Slide comes out there. Oh no, Corviknight, please. Corviknight, let's go. Okay, we do get the Tailwind up at least. All right, that's really good. Okay. Don't really need my Corviknight too much in this game anymore. There could be Protects lying about, so I think I could probably just go Annihilape here. I think Annihilape is a pretty safe play for the Corviknight because it gets me a more offensive position if they decide... Oh, wait, no, they did take Rocky Helmet damage. Did I just miss the animation for it? Okay, then. I'm just going to fire off a Hydro Pump then and just go for the swap here. I don't know if Meowscarda runs Protect. Probably less likely. I think Meowscarda runs Protect than the Garchomp. So I'm just going to go hard into my Annihilape right here to threaten if they do go for like a Protect Mind Game. We're going to see the actually Heart Switch right here from the Meowscarda. Interesting. Going to bring out the... a Murkrow. Oh, if I T-bolted that slot, that would have been amazing. I missed a Hydro too. Are you kidding me? Oh, this game's not going great so far. At least Rock Slide's going to boost up my Tera Fist right here, but that's frustrating. All right, or Rage Fist here. So I can go for a Drain Punch right here into Murkrow, or I could just T-bolt it. I don't know if they're running Sash. I guess Bulk Up is also pretty fair. I really like the idea of Bulk Up. I think I am going to go for the Bulk Up here in the Thunderbolt. But, oh, obviously, would have been nice having that damage. Tailwind gonna go up. The Garchomp's not protected. Is this Assault Vest? Rock Slide, Dragon Claw. This game has not been... Well, it could have gone worse, right? I could have got flinched by the Garchomp turn 1 or crit immediately. So, could be worse, I guess. Not amazing. I guess the problem is if Haze comes out, it's kind of difficult. But, I mean, let's see if the Murkrow survives the T-Bolt. It does. Okay. So, I think I just go for a Drain Punch into Murkrow and a Hydro Pump into the Garchomp, I guess. I mean, I could also just go for... Maybe I should just bulk up again, actually. I think I will bulk up again, and I'm just going to Thunderbolt here. Because I do live one Dragon Claw. They do go for the Haze. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, perfect. This is probably Dragon Claw on the Rotom. I get a bulk up off, and I get the KO the Murkrow. So they're going to target the Rotom Wash aggressively here. I do survive. I am able to get a bulk up, so I'm back to +1 once again. Really just important for tanking the Garchomp attacks, which I feel is very important right now. Thunderbolt gonna knock out the Murkrow. I have taken a lot of damage though, and I don't really have much to showcase for it, unfortunately. That's the only difficult part right here. And the Meowscarada does have a guaranteed crit. I wonder if there's Choice Banded actually on Meowscarada now that I think about it, because it is doing a lot of damage, but we're gonna see the Meowscarada come back in, which should be all right. I'm gonna go for the Drain Punch here into the Meowscarada. And do I need Rotom for anything? Not really, but I mean, I guess the end game is just going to come down to like the combination of Gengar plus my Annihilape right here. That's really the end game I'm going for. So I guess just preserving. No, do I want to get into Gengar immediately? I guess is the question. I guess it's not too bad if I do. I'm going to go for the Hydro Pump here, get some chip into the Garchomp and Drain Punch the Meowscarada. They do go for the Flower Trick. This might be Choice Banded. The damage has actually been pretty impressive from the Meowscarada, and I'm worried about this critical hit. Yeah, that does do a lot of damage. Rock Slide, okay. Annihilate eats that up. Please get the Drain Punch off. Please don't flinch. Okay, nice. Drain Punch should KO. Yep, +1. Annihilate pretty strong. Meowscarada pretty frail, and I'm able to get some more HP back. Excellent, excellent. I do live in Earthquake. I think I live in Tera Earthquake too. All right. I think we go out into our Corviknight or Gengar. Both are pretty tempting right here. I'm thinking Corviknight because I can make them target the Corviknight slot at least, because they don't want Tailwind going up if Annihilape is still around. So, but Gengar is probably the call here. Let's see. I want a more offensive position. Let's see if I'm right. Gholdengo coming out. All right. So they can't Earthquake, which is interesting. They can't Earthquake and make it rain unless they're Terra Flying, which I highly doubt right here. So I kind of want to get... Oh man, this is going to be a really close end game. I think I'm going to go for a Terra right here. I'm going to go for the Rage Fist into the Garchomp. And then I'm going to preserve my Gengar, go out into the Corviknight, because I think the two options you have is like Earthquake Protect, or you're just going to go for like just Rock Slide and make it rain right here, which I think both are pretty viable plays. So I'm going to go into Corviknight and try to cover for both. Terra's not really important on the Gengar at this point, so don't really need it. Shadow Ball is going to be good enough, unless they Terra the... If it's Terra Steel and Gholdengo, which it absolutely could be, that's probably the most common one. And then Shadow Ball's not doing enough. So really comes down, I think, Speed Tears as well. Yeah, the Gholdengo protects. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And we've been building up these Rage Fists right here. So we are going to see the Earthquake come out from the Garchomp. And let's see if we are able to... We should survive. We are +1 defense. Yep, and we do live. Okay, perfect. All right, so we do get a Rage Fist right here into the Garchomp. Picks up the knockout. Annihilape. Absolutely insane. Goodbye, Garchomp. And I think my play is to always protect... Yeah, it's always to protect my Annihilape, get the Tailwind up. Because if they go for to make it rain, they are forced to beat a -1. If they read this and go for Shadow Ball, excellent play by them. I'm not sure if you can really risk it at this point. Make it rain makes a lot of sense because I can force the Gholdengo at a really low special attack stats. So maybe Gengar can survive multiple hits, or maybe Annihilape can live the -1 make it rain if this isn't a boosting item Gholdengo right here. We are going to see make it rain. The Gholdengo is pretty fast, actually. It does outspeed my Corviknight, which... don't think they had Tailwind up, if I'm not mistaken. I think Tailwind petered out, but maybe I'm wrong on that. Corviknight gets crits. I don't think that matters. Probably was just enough to pick up the knockout right here. So goodbye, Corviknight. Big question is for me, it's Life Orb on the Golden Go. Okay, yeah. All right, Gengar, you're in. And this is the big moment of truth right here. The Terra type on the Golden Go, which I think is Steel. They should go for it right now. I still go for Rage Fist. It's like so boosted up at this point, like, and Shadow Ball. So if 2 Shadow Balls knock it out, would be really nice, especially since they have to take a Life Orb hit right here. Cursed Body. I guess I could have tried to get a Cursed Body up with a double Protect. That might not have been a bad option because they are forced to always make it rain right here. So double Protect might have been good. But of course, if I failed to double Protect and I was faster, I just look so silly. But then again, I shouldn't be. Corviknight's faster. Okay, I think I win. Make It Rain does come out. But that Shadow Ball damage and then another Life Orb hit looks so good to pick up the knockout right there. Yes. All right, Make It Rain. That's so much damage, but that's the Terra Steel and Life Orb combination. Annihilape goes down, but Annihilape, you did exactly what I needed to do. Handle the Garchomp, and now endgame Gengar is going to come out and clean up from here. So we will go for the Shadow Ball here, and I'm really glad I did go for the Gengar. Unless Gengar misses the knockout, but I think the Shadow Ball is looking enough. It doesn't look like a really invested Golden Go. Yes, Gengar. Fantastic. A really great Pokemon right now in the format, especially as one of the few Haze users in the format. Really fast, faster than Dondozo. And oh, thankfully, with how that game was going, it was not looking good for a long period of time. But thankfully, no Rock Slide flinches at least, and we were able to get some damage output overall and make up for it. KOing the Garchomp was an absolutely huge move. And yeah, just setting up for that position. I think my mid-ground play was really rewarding right there. And yeah, it was probably the best case. Even if they did go for the Make It Rain Rock Slide, I probably would have survived, still knocked out the Garchomp, and still been, I'd say, in pretty much the same position because the Gengar still would have had Focus Sash at the end of the day. So really, with how bad that game was going, I'm really glad that it did work out in the end. Murkrow, Golden Go, Excalibur, Garganacl, the Mousehold, and Meowscarda. So this is a really interesting team because it's got like 5 new Pokemon and a Murkrow, which is definitely an interesting one right here. But I do feel I have some pretty solid options right here, actually. I think I really like Corviknight here. Corviknight Tailwind's really good, and Corviknight's just really good against my opponent's team in general. They can't really damage it extremely well here. The Taunt is going to be amazing as well. So I do like this option. I like Corviknight plus Rotom. No, because Meowscarda this time is a little bit hard, I think. So I think I want to go with maybe Annihilape lead. I want to have Gengar in the back for sure. Gengar is just really good against my opponent's team in general. And then last Pokemon, Garchomp's not great against this team. Brimstone, I'm not a big fan of, although they do have triple Fairy Week. It's not exactly amazing. I think Rotom Wash is probably because Garganacl could actually still be a very scary endgame, even with all the combinations, just like breaking through it. Because even though I have taunts, the body presses are still going to do a decent amount of damage. And Rotom's still pretty good against some of my opponent's team. If I just get rid of the Meowscarda, which is probably the biggest concern that I have right now for this battle. Let's find out if this is going to be the case, though. All right, what are you bringing out? What are you bringing out? Golden Go and Garganacl. Okay. Lead wise, I wouldn't call this the best, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I can taunt the Garganacl, and I could go for the Tera immediately, but why would I? I mean, Terra's not bad here at all. Like, it really isn't. I'm just worried if they start going for the Self Cure immediately, because it does do a lot of damage residual wise to my team. I think I'm just going to go hard in a Rotom, though. Shadow Ball would hurt, though. I could Protect, but I don't know if that gives me really any value. I think I'd rather just go Rotom. I'd rather just go Rotom at this point. Like, hard Rotom and get some damage into Garganacl, I think is pretty good. Or just get some chips so I can put this Golden Go in range later. Tera immediately. Was not expecting this because I would think Garganacl's grass, and that's exactly the Pokemon that they're going to Tera. Ghost. Okay. So that's interesting. Maybe worried about the fighting coverage, but... Oh, for Final Gambit. They're scared of Final Gambit. That's why they made the play. Oh, perfect. In case they got it wrong. Oh, that's so ideal, actually, because I get the taunt off. If they went for the attempted Iron Defense, it's amazing, but they might have went for something else. Let's see. Gonna be the Salt Cure, yeah. So Salt Cure, residual damage really adds up on the steel types. Not exactly super pleasant right here, unfortunately. And I might have to stay in a Corviknight, unfortunately, because yeah, it's pretty difficult. So we're gonna get a Tailwind up, and we're gonna Thunderbolt, I guess. I do need the chip damage on both of these Pokemon eventually. It's just I gotta watch out. I do want to Thunderbolt the Golden Go. We are gonna see the Golden Go retreat here, so I'm kind of curious on what comes in. Mouse Hold, okay, for the Friend Guard, and it's pretty decently bulky in this position. Okay, so I am able to get a Tailwind up, which is nice. All right, maybe I could stack. I could probably stack. What's it called? The all right. Salt Cure comes out once again. I don't know what the Mouse Hold attacks would be here. I think I double swap into Gengar, and look at how much Salt Cure does. That's such a... This Pokemon is so annoying. The 25% to Steel and Waters is too insane. All right, I'm going out into Gengar for this slot, and I'm gonna go out into Annihilape on the other, because Salt Cure will end at least when... Imagine if, like, even if you switch out, Salt Cure was still in effect. That would be nasty. But Gengar and the... Because if I get the Cursed Body, it's still a pretty good situation. And if I don't, it's not like too bad here. I can maybe stack up the Rage Fist on the Annihilape, which is kind of what I'm thinking that I could do here. They protect Mouse Hold, excellent. And Salt Cure and Annihilape would be probably the most ideal here, but they target the Corviknight slot. Good play. That does a lot to Gengar, actually. Okay. Cursed Body, though, does activate. All right. So I can't stack, but hey, at least they can't really do anything, but they can Iron Defense now, I guess, because, yeah, the Taunt does wear out here. I'm going to go for the Sludge Bomb into the Mouse Hold, and I'm going to set up a Bulk Up, I guess, because Sludge Bomb should knock out the Mouse Hold, I imagine, unless... I don't remember its exact speed here. I think Gengar is faster than Mouse Hold, but I can't remember off the bat. But I don't think it can actually threaten the knockout. They do retreat to the Garganacl, which is interesting. Gonna reveal the Meowscarda. Ooh, okay. And they attempt for a double protect and fail. Okay, that's actually really good for me. Okay, I am able to get a Sludge Bomb off in the Mouse Hold. Should pick up the knockout. Beautiful. Imagine if I Drain Punched. No, but Bulk Up is pretty safe here too. So, Bulk Up. And now we have a +1 right here. And seems really solid right now. Okay. I should live any Meowscarda attack with my Annihilape. This residual damage is really adding up. Let's see who they bring out. Golden Go or Garganacl again? Okay. I'm not really too concerned. I think I keep Gengar around. Yeah, I think I keep Gengar around. I'm going to go out into... Last Pokemon is Golden Go. Golden Go is still really scary, potentially. I'm going out in Corviknight, and I'm going to go for... Probably a Protect. This is the best option here. I'm just trying to think. Okay. I could go for the Rage Fist, but of course Garganacl is a big... I don't think I would live. I think I just Drain Punch here. They could switch out the Meowscarda, but I think they're gonna take an offensive position here. I do have Haze to deal with the Garganacl, but I'm just worried if I'll have enough resources to handle both. I am faster than the Meowscarda. Wait, did I get Tailwind up? I must have got Tailwind up and forgot about it. Okay, Meowscarda goes down. Oh, I could have just went for like Taunt, but thankfully they expected a Taunt or something and went for the Salt Cure, which is going to boost my Raging Fist, which is perfect actually here. Okay, nice. Ooh, all right. So Tailwind peters out. Golden goes in. I think I just Tera and Rage Fist. Yeah, I Tera and Rage Fist here. Did I have Tailwind? No, I didn't have Tailwind, right? How did I outspeed the Meowscarda? Or did I just miss it petered out? No, I did have Tailwind. Okay, no, I did have Tailwind. I must have missed the text petering out. It goes by really fast now. All right, we're going to go for our Taunt into the Garganacl, and we're going to go for our Rage Fist into the Golden Go right here, which... Oh, I'm a little bit concerned if this is the right play, but I think it is. Because as long as I get rid of Golden Go, I think I do win the game, but we'll see. The only problem is the Salt Cure is going to start adding up now because now I'm part water type, so it's not the best, but I do need to do this in order to live like a Shadow Ball or something right here in case the Golden Go is... Oh, Coronet's faster. All right, so this... I'm probably faster than Golden Go with the Annihilape, so this kind of was pointless then. Unfortunate, but Rage Fist is going to come out, eliminates the Golden Go right here. All right, perfect. I guess if they Salt Cure, the Rage Fist is just boosted even further, at least. They Salt Cure my Corviknight. All right. That's really good for me, actually. That's really good for me. Huh. I have a fun play I think I can make. Wait, did I go down? No, I still survive. Yeah, I was about to say I should survive. Oh man, it's risky though because I could screw myself over theoretically. Nah, I don't think it's worth it. I was thinking like I could go for a self Iron Head into my slot, but yeah, there's no really point of that. I guess we're just gonna... We don't... I mean, might as well just save this Mon, right? I'm gonna go out into Gengar. This Taunt is still really useful at the end of the day in Rage Fist. Let's see if Rage Fist KOs. This thing has really high defense, but this is boosted. This is boosted right here, so... We might be able to pick up a knockout. We'll see. We'll see. Gengar. But his ability is pretty insane. Rage Fist going to come out into the Garganacl. Still some pretty solid damage at the end of the day. Salt Cure into the Gengar slot. All right. So Gengar's still around though, which is important. Okay. The thing is, they can't recover. Taunt is no longer a good option. Oh, I guess technically if it's recovered, then they don't have Protect, so I'm really in a safe position, aren't I? Yeah, I am in a super safe position regardless because they can't have Recover and Protect, so I should win the game regardless. So I'm going to go for... Well, they're taunted anyway. They can't Protect, so yeah, I just Shadow Ball this end game. So yeah, I just Shadow Ball and go for the Rage Fist. And we should seal up the game here with the double Ghost right here. Shadow Ball. Might pick up the knockout. It's super effective, but no, it's ability. Yeah, Garganacl is so bulky, but Annihilape coming through. Goodbye, Garganacl. Oh man, it's that defensive team hard to break through, but Taunt is just such a good move right now against those kinds of defensive teams. We were able to stall out the Garganacl. We were able to break through everything else surrounding it and just isolate it till we can start actually piling on the damage. The Rotom Wash and Corviknight, really the damage is adding up, but I kind of, I guess, forgot about my own Tailwind, but the fact that they gave me the Meowscarada, perfect, because I was able to get a Drain Punch. As I don't know actually if it would have really mattered. I would have still healed up quite a bit. They definitely couldn't knock out the Meowscarada. But yeah, it just ended up working out really well where I was able to knock out things with Annihilape and save the end game for a just 4v1 target. We got the Garchomp, a Murkrow, Rotom Wash, Meowscarada with the Golden Go and Amoonguss. So quite a few threats. There is the very fast Tailwind that my opponent does have to offer. The Rotom Wash can be a little bit scary, but one Pokemon that looks really outstanding to me here is going to be the Corviknight. Corviknight seems really solid into at least my opponent's team. It matches up well against the grass types, pretty much can handle any attack other than the Rotom Wash, and maybe Murkrow if it carries Taunt could be a little bit scary, but otherwise I think it's a fantastic option against my opponent's team. So I think I want to go with my... A Corviknight. It has Taunt for the Amoonguss, which is really good. Tailwind that can match, which is really nice. I think I'm going to go with Corviknight. Rotom Wash seems like the best opener right here, except against the grass types. But a lot of the passive things, I feel Rotom Wash can threaten with Thunderbolts at least. Or I could go Gengar. Gengar isn't bad either, and Gengar might actually be better. I was thinking of Gengar as a potential late game sweeper, but it also could work well as an opener right here. And you know what? I will go with Gengar Corviknight, I think. I really like the Annihilape. It does a lot of damage to my opponent's team in general. And then I think I'm going to go with the Rotom Wash in the back as my resist to Golden Go, as Make It Rain can be very scary on the Tailwind, especially if the Life Orb or Choice Spec set. Let's see how this is going to go, as I really just got to watch out for getting swept under Tailwind or just getting out pressured by the damage, because they do have some pretty scary mons. The Garchomp, if it sets up Swords Dance, Meowscarada of course can get out of hand if I'm not properly positioned, but we are going to see the Murkrow and Golden Go. So Rotom Wash would have been a little bit better, but this is still okay for the long term. I really like the idea of either tailwinding or taunting immediately. I don't think I really need a tailwind at this exact moment, so I think I'm actually just going to go for an Iron Head into the Murkrow, and I'm just going to throw off a Shadow Ball, I think, into the Golden Go. Of course, there could be a few other factors. Murkrow could just set up their own tailwind, and we could see like a Make It Rain or Shadow Ball, which I think is fine at this point in the game. I think I'm just going to fire off a Shadow Ball. They could double up my Gengar, but a Shadow Ball should still do a lot to Golden Go. I don't think it picks up a knockout, depending on like if it is at least has some bulk investment, but I will still do a lot of damage. And the Corviknight's just in a really safe position. The only thing is Murkrow can taunt it, but otherwise Foul Play is going to do some chip. We're going to see a Tailwind from my opponent's side, which is a-okay by me. Taunt could come out the next turn, I guess, but I'm not sure if they have it. We are going to see the Make It Rain come out immediately, so we will see a drop in the Golden Go special attack stat right here, and Gengar is still really useful for later on. Shadow Ball going to come out into Golden Go, and that's still a lot of damage. No Terra Steel right off the bat. That's, as you can see, a lot of damage. Special defense drop doesn't really matter there, as an Iron Head into the Murkrow for some pretty good damage. Brave Bird looks like it would have missed a knockout, but yeah, I think that's specs on the Golden Go. That did so much to Corviknight, and I mean so much to resist the Corviknight. I think I'm going to set up a Tailwind here, and I'm going to preserve my Gengar. I'm going to go out in the Rotom Wash. This gives me an extra turn of Tailwind to work with, which could actually be a huge beneficial factor, especially when most of my opponent's Mons do outspeed me, such as the Garchomp and the Meowscarda. So an extra turn of Tailwind can just save me right here. And the next turn, I could probably just go for like a combination of Iron Head plus Thunderbolt. My opponent really does not have the best tools otherwise to deal with this. So feeling pretty good about this position. I do got to watch out though, as we will switch out the Gengar. I don't know if Golden Go will retreat, but they could. Maybe Golden Go retreats in a Foul Play in the Gengar, or just Make It Rain in Foul Play. Haze makes sense too. Okay, so they're going to get rid of their special attack drop here. And I've seen this a little bit, but at least the Corviknight will be able to survive the hit. Yep. And the Rotom Wash, of course, quad resisted right there. The Murkrow does get access to Quash. It's a little bit scary, but overall should be okay for the most part. I should be able to go for an Iron Head very safely here. I don't remember what's faster between the Corviknight and the Rotom, so I'm going to double check that. 130 and 113 right here. Okay, so Corviknight is faster. I believe we saw the Goldengo move before the Corviknight, so that's a little bit unfortunate for me. I'm pretty sure that I do have to double up the Goldengo slot with a Iron Head plus Thunderbolt combination. They could switch on to Garchomp, I guess, but I don't know if they will make that play. But I think getting rid of Goldengo, because Make It Rain is just so annoying for the rest of my team. Although maybe I could have abused it with my Annihilape in order to turn into Tera Water, absorb the Make It Rain, but it still do a lot of damage with choice specs. We are going to see the Murkrow retreat actually, which is good for me here. We're going to see Garchomp. Yeah, it's Garchomp. So I could have went, I mean, unless I Iron Headed the Murkrow slot specifically, it doesn't really change anything. But yeah, they do just pick up the knockout because they were faster than Corviknight. Okay, so I wasn't misremembering. We do lose our Corviknight right here, but it's not too bad, I guess. I do get a Thunderbolt off, and a lot of damage has been dealt with the Murkrow weakened. However, I am still quite a bit scared. My Gengar, of course, is at 1 HP. Could still be used as a revenge KO'er though. I am going to go out into the Annihilape right here. Let's see what my opponent goes out into Murkrow again, or maybe it will be something else, like whatever the last Pokemon is. Now, Scarlet is really, really scary though if it does come out, but I think that's Murkrow coming back in. Yeah, that's Murkrow. Okay. So Murkrow coming back in, bringing out the Annihilape right here. Brave Bird, I don't know, because I feel most Murkrows do run Foul Play over Brave Bird, so I actually have no idea if that's going to be the case here in this game. Protect is a pretty safe play. I could just go for Protect plus a Thunderbolt right here, and that's not such a bad option. I don't want the Garchomp getting a free Sword Stance though. It's my big concern. So I actually kind of want to set up a Rage Fist against a Garchomp to try and put in range of Gengar Shadow Ball, and I think I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt in a Murkrow. Let's see if this works. We're going to see Murkrow Protect. That's fine. Oh, if this is Sword Stance, so that's going to still do a lot. That actually makes sense. I actually haven't seen Murkrows run the Protect, but it makes a lot of sense in this case because it does have a pretty limited move pool, but there are quite a few moves you do want. Rage Fist is going to come out of Garchomp, just absolutely nothing, unfortunately. And now this is where it can get a little bit concerning because I forgot. Well, not forget. It's just like the Protect was a very, very big move here, because otherwise I would have been able to knock out the Murkrow, had an extra turn of Tailwind, and still been in a very, very solid position. Now it's a really awkward position where I think I have to go for the... I want to say I have to get a knockout right here. Oh, if I could get a double knockout, that would be amazing, but it is really tough in order to do that. I think I just go for the Drain Punch and the Hydro Pump into the Garchomp. And I think that's the play I make here. I don't know if they Tera here. I think this is definitely Tailwind from the Murkrow. I just don't know what Garchomp goes for. And I don't have like Tera Water, so I can't transform. I would like to save my Tera for whatever could be potentially the last Pokemon, especially the Meowscarda. So we're going to see Tailwind, no Tera. So does Earthquake or Dragon Claw pick up a knockout? That's the big question. Rock Slide is an interesting choice. Okay. If I don't flinch here and miss Hydro Pump, so there's quite a few factors. I do get the KO on the Garchomp, which we do get the Drain Punch off. Okay. I was not expecting to actually get a hit off right here, so maybe I should have went for the Rage Fist, but I thought I could use the HP from Meowscarda in the back potentially. All right. And we actually hit the Hydro Pump. I was so doubting Rotom. Crit, very nice. I don't know if that mattered. It really just depended, but on the Garchomp spread. But this Rotom is pretty offensive, so that's beautiful right there. Get rid of the Garchomp. Very huge offensive threat, and we're going to see their own Rotom Wash actually coming out. Okay. Which does make sense here. Now, I guess the question is, does the Murkrow have foul play as the last move? Because I can't really tell at this very moment, but I am going to go for the Rage Fist into Rotom Wash, and I am going to go for a Thunderbolt into the Murkrow, because if they attack with Rotom Wash, that means I always get at least a Rage Fist. This could be Haze, though. This could definitely be... Actually, no. Why would it be Haze? I'm not boosted. The Rage Fist is the attack power, not the physical attack stats. So yeah, I'm fine with just firing off a Thunderbolt here and a Rage Fist, because if they protect Murkrow, I get the Rage Fist into Rotom, assuming that they can't knock me out. I wonder if they're Tera Water, Tera Electric. I don't want to Tera myself at all, because I have a Fire, Rotom Wash, and a Water type thing. Oh, it is Brave Bird. Does that KO? Oh, Annihilape is so clutch. Okay. But to double up, though. All right, so... Ooh, Protect was probably better there. I wasn't sure. All right, I was really thinking it'd be foul play there. I do knock out the Murkrow, but Murkrow probably wasn't providing enough value right there. Okay, this is still a very, very down to the wire endgame, and it really depends on what this Rotom set is right here. So I'm going hard into the Gengar. Don't have Protect, unfortunately, so we will probably be eating the Thunderbolt, and yeah, I just don't have anything. I gotta go for a Thunderbolt. My Tera was not used at all in this game. Thunderbolt gonna come out, which makes sense. Okay, Gengar goes down. Assuming that my Thunderbolt is a 3 KO and I outspeed the Rotom, I do win the game. So it comes down to whose Rotom Wash is faster at this point. Thunderbolt, yeah, even if it's Citrus Berry, I should be able to pick up the KO. There's how many turns of Tailwind left? I don't want him to... Yeah, so I Thunderbolt here. The reason I Thunderbolt always is because if I Protect on the last turn, they Nasty Plot, I don't KO the Rotom the following turn. Yeah, so yeah, exactly. If they Nasty Plot makes a lot of sense here, because it's going to come down to whose Rotom is faster anyway, unless I crit, of course. This could have been a crit endgame, but Thunderbolt going to come out into the Rotom. Doesn't pick up a knockout. Citrus Berry is going to activate, and now it just comes down to whose Rotom is faster. If I protected there, as you saw, the Thunderbolt would have missed the knockout on Rotom, and they threatened the knockout on me. So it came down to crit or speed, basically, here. This is so close. Are we going to get the KO? Oh, they're faster. Unfortunate, but good game. Protect on Murkrow. Definitely was not expecting that one. I'm used to like Haze foul play as the attacking move. I know there was like Brave Bird, especially on a recent tournament winning team with the Torkoal, but I have seen a lot more foul play on Murkrow recently. But yeah, as you can see, Protect very valuable there, especially for stalling out the last hurt tail. And I could have maybe had a bit more of an advantage if I, for instance, like got some damage off into my opponent's other slot while reading the Protect. But I wasn't sure what the Murkrow set was. Taunt, of course, could have been an option. Quash could have been an option. There's so many moves that Murkrow gets, and it's a really strong option in the format right now, just because Haze is very valuable right there. I guess the one mistake I did make was expecting the Annihilape to go down there, really, and was a little bit concerned about the Rotom just getting some really strong damage. Like if they went for a Thunderbolt and I protected Annihilape, it seemed really bad, but I might have had to in that case because of the Gengar not having Protect. So I wasn't able to stall out the Tailwind, unfortunately, but Ah, good game still, regardless. That was a fun one. Annihilape is so strong. During my climb, it was one of the craziest things. I got to +6. The Rage Fish just did too much damage, and I really hope I got to showcase how powerful it can be. If you do want to try out the rental code, it is on your screen. Make sure you try it out while it's available. And you can check out the creator down below in the description. But yeah, check out the rest of my other stuff and subscribe for more VGC content.